It's Week 8 of the NFL. And the
lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, but can take off and run when under duress.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, Very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. From the gun, here's Smith. Hopkins with a quick feet, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
Smith on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
Here's Smith. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bears at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Now it's Smith. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Pass to 20 for a short gain. 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Geno now to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
That's good for Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On 3rd down, Lawrence
trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Inside the 10.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
Good move at the 30. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Lawrence will throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him now. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. He hits Adams, complete. Touchdown! Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are back within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now Geno on first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Smith. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, we made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Geno. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Lawrence.
That is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Now Lawrence.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to 16. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Block it in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smith. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at it.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Kendrick Bourne from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now Smith.
Now he's free up the left sideline.
And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Trayvon Walker
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
straight ahead with Hubbard.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
It's taken to the 26. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
3rd down and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
That is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So the completion gets them just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
It's 4th down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
On the option, it's Smith himself.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
3rd and 9 here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Bears first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
There he goes, left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Bears.
Smith on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Back to throw, Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Geno now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Conklin. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Throw caught by Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Here's Smith. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. It's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trayvon Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19.
Lawrence will throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So the Dolphins now down by 7. 1:55 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Throwing now, Lawrence finding Bourne here over the middle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 29-yard line.
Lawrence. And that one too wide and incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means you're...
He's got him in. Complete. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Lawrence. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. A big play looming on third down. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds here, a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. It's complete. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bears, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Spinning away. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby since he only played 13 games.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6.
the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run again on first down. Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The Browns at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
To throw on second is Watson, being chased out left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here. 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11 at the 41. Now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
11 yards for number 11.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw is Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Debo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, The winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hey, 31!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Watson off play action. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On second down, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need 1 more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns. Giovanni Ricci, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Ayuk goes in motion. McCaffrey running up the middle. Yeah, he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And Purdy's throw going to be taken in by Ayuk. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Well, he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watson on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this returnable for Hines. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for San Francisco, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns,
It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the
It's a late season Saturday night in Dallas. The Lions, the Cowboys underway here in Week 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down. You talk about this Lions defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on fourth down. Here's Williams to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first. I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Rodgers now on first down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Now Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They go to Elliott again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Prescott. To the sideline and incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
On play action, Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Lions at 14-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was covered by Brian Branch.
Prescott yet again. That's taken in by Duvernay. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here come the Lions now. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
And again, it's Rodgers. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Now that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Throwing, Prescott. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Brian Branch.
Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Coverage by Jack Campbell.
On play action, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Peyton Hendershot, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Williams now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Rodgers to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Badgley's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
First down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. A beautiful fake. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. First down, Lions.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Here's Bryan Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta.
He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League. Back now in Arlington. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. On the return is Williams. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. An impressive punt return of 76 yards.
And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
So they boost their advantage here in the 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the 4th quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw is Prescott.
Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
A gain of 36 yards. Complete to C.D. Lamb.
Elliott. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
45-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be stopped right there at the 21. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
And 12 at the 24-yard line.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Now it's Rodgers. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Michael Badgley for the Lions field goal.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Detroit, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.